Jackson. Jackson. What you doing over there, bub? What you doing, huh? Hey, Bubble. 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 Hey, Jackson. Hey, Mama. Bubble. So I'm filming with the iPad, so I'm not sure how great this picture will be, but I've got some small salad shells here with some fresh broccoli and some purple onion that I had left over from a different recipe that I made. I need to look up a dressing for that, but I also have some bacon that I need to crush up that's going in there, and some chicken that I have to cook. This is another little recipe that I made today. 3-bean salad. Actually, it's 4-bean salad. I got the white beans, green beans, garbanzos, and kidneys, and some red onion, parsley, and you know, the dressing: vinegar, oil, salt, pepper, sugar. This here is smashed cucumber salad, which is like a oriental style. It's got obviously vinegar. It's rice vinegar and soy sauce, sesame oil, sesame seed, and some crushed red pepper in there, and it's really, really good. And oh, and these green onions are going to go into that pasta salad also. I cooked the doggies some sweet potatoes, so I'm going to go feed them that little plate in just a little bit. And I canned some pickled beets. So I had a couple red onions, and I sliced some of those up and threw those in too. And actually one of these, this jar here, is just onions because I had a bunch left over. So these are all for the shelf. I just canned them and took them out. They're still really hot. I heard a couple of them pop already, so that's a good sign. And then there's a couple more in the fridge that I can eat from in the next few days because I love pickled beets. Anyway, just meal prepping because I got 4 days coming up starting tomorrow that I have to work, and who knows what else. Depends on if they call me and need me for other locations. But just wanted to do some meal prep. I've been sleepy all day, so anyway, so that's my meal prep. And I also have some other recipes that I wanted to make, but we'll see. I'm gonna sit down and relax for a minute. Just wanted to show you my little Jessie Booze. She's doing pretty good, Mary J. And this one's coming back to life. I crushed up all of the dead, dried up leaves, so there's some empty twigs on there, but she's doing better now. And I think that one is called Wedding Cake, and this one is Cheesecake, Strawberry Cheesecake. And Jesse says this is the best one. I would not know. I'll take his word for it. But I have my little Christmas cactus that I bought at Sam's Club a few weeks ago. Anyway, just wanted to show you my beautiful plants. The other recipe that I wanted to make is sort of Persian rice, and it's called Tagine. Anyway, it's just a crispy rice bottom at the bottom of the pan. So we've got some chicken here and some more cucumbers. Went to the Asian market and bought a bunch of groceries, cleaned out the fridge, and took the chickens a bunch of stuff. But the chicken there, and I have some pita bread, and I bought some Greek yogurt. So I was gonna make, what do you call, like, I guess Mediterranean style pita sandwiches, pita pocket. I have some chicken that I need to cook, so that's gonna be next because I need chicken for this pasta salad also. So I can't be lazy. I must continue on. Here it is. This is my pasta salad. This is small salad shells and green onion, broccoli cut real small, 3 chicken thighs, pan fried, a whole pack of bacon crushed up, and some cheese that I had shredded and in the freezer. And what I did for the dressing was some mayonnaise, Miracle Whip, because I like mine a little bit sweet, sour cream, and I had some powdered ranch dressing. So I put the powder in and made this chicken bacon ranch pasta salad. And of course there's just a little bit of red onion in there because I had some left over from another recipe. But other than that, that's my that's probably what I'm gonna be eating, like the bulk of my meals at work this week, because I still have this chicken that I need to cook, so I'll probably have maybe some pita sandwiches. But I don't have everything that I need to make the tzatziki, so I'll just wing it. I'll just have some lettuce. I have a big old head of romaine in the fridge that I need to take out and wash and cut up, and some carrots. Maybe I'll make a salad. Hey, maybe that's a good idea. I'll make a salad. I have some boiled eggs that I cooked earlier today. So anyway, meal prep almost done. Almost. But I'm going to sit down and have a little bowl of this and enjoy that before I pack it all up. Can you guess what I'm making? What is this? A giant bowl of frozen bananas, maybe? I just emptied my freezer, and my neighbor gave me a banana bread that he made a couple weeks ago, and that gave me the bright idea to empty my freezer because I had so many little baggies of frozen bananas. So I'm just mashing these, and then I have 3 more bananas over there that I'm going to use, but I like to use the fresher ones. I just like break them up into little bits, and I just stir those in to the batter after the batter's all mixed up, because I like to have little lumps of banana in my banana bread. Anyway, Mom has requested nuts be put in her bread because she won't eat it any other way, so she's special. Anyway, just mashing this up and then I'll get started. It's 7 o'clock, 7:09 in the morning. I got home from work last night. Ended up not having to go into Memorial because their girl that was out actually came back early, so I didn't have to go in after working at RCH. But anyway, so I got off at 11, came home, and had every intention of making the banana bread last night. But what did I do? I sat down on the sofa, turned on the TV, ate some 4-bean salad, and crashed. I just like straight up crashed. Woke up at like 5:30, and just I'm doing mom's laundry, so I'm doing that. I was just emptying like a pot of water from the stove from when I canned the beets last weekend, and just like cleaning up the kitchen because my dishwasher's full, but I don't have any pods to put in, so I had to go to the store and buy those. So I had to wash all the dishes that were in the sink, except for like all of my work bowls. Those need to go in the dishwasher because they're contaminated with hospital. But anyway, so I was just like straightening up a little bit so I could get to work on the banana bread. And I do believe I'm ready. I also did sit down and have a cup of coffee with some of this delicious brioche. I get this stuff at Aldi. This is the vanilla cream. There's like little swirls of some sweetness in it. And the bread's already sweet and fluffy. It's delicious with coffee, just plain. But that's the bread that I use to make my like cream cheese cinnamon breakfast casserole. So I usually buy like 2 of those, 2.5, 3 of those to make a baking sheet full of that stuff. Anyway, that's delicious too, and I had every intention of using that to make some for myself, but I never got around to it, so it's just my coffee bread snack this time around. I don't know. I'm sure these bananas will get mixed up some more in the bread, so I could probably stop mashing now. Okay, so I have some really yummy plain banana breads here. I made 3 of these, 2 of these, 1 of these. This is the one with walnuts for Mom, and then I have a really big one in the oven still. Needs a little bit more time. I already broke open one of them, and I am going to sit down on the sofa and enjoy this and share some with the puppy dogs. I've got some chicken in the bowl, and I forgot to, it's been marinating for like half an hour, and I forgot to add the parsley, some fresh parsley that I chopped, and ginger powder. I have fresh ginger that I grew, but I didn't feel like grating any. Plus, I don't want it to be like super gingery. Anyway, this is what, 6 or 7 chicken thighs. I'm filming with the iPad, sorry, my phone is dead. Neither one of them are great for filming. And this light is not good anyway. But anyway, I have been wanting to make like a chicken tagine, like Moroccan style. This is not super Moroccan. Kind of had a little Greek flair to it. I put some Greek yogurt in here, and I'm just winging it. I've been watching tons of YouTube videos on, you know, what to add to the tagine while it's cooking. But I don't want it to be like, I don't like those big fat green olives, so I'm definitely not adding those. They add those to like almost every tagine. And they add just stuff that my palate isn't used to. So I'm just adding flavors that I like. And I'm even considering cooking it in possibly a coconut milk and chicken broth mixture. Possibly. I don't know. So the flavors that I put in here are obviously the Greek yogurt. And from my charcuterie board, I had a jar of artichoke and roasted red pepper tapenade. And so I put a couple spoons of that in here. Made it smell so good. It's delicious, actually. And I also put a small spoon, maybe a teaspoon of fresh garlic, and then some turmeric, maybe a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, and some chili powder, and some coriander, and some garam masala. Oh, and I also had like a Moroccan blend that had all that same stuff in it, plus a couple other things. I forget what they were, but a couple other things. And then I just added the ginger and fresh parsley. So that's mixed, and now I'm going to put it back in the fridge and let it marinate some more. Hold on, I gotta take off this dirty glove. And while I was doing all that, I also made some fresh food for the puppy dogs, and they're just dying. They know I made them some food, so they're just waiting very patiently but impatiently. They're snorting. They're snorting because they know. They already had some sweet potato today, so that's why I didn't add the sweet potato to that. I do have a butternut squash, though, that I need to cook. See, it's kind of like, it's still very firm, but it's got these spots on it and that little blemish. So I need to cut it up and just cook it already. That's what I need to do. Let me just cover this up and put it back in the fridge. Anyway, so I'm working on making this chicken. It's currently 2:25 in the morning. I am a night owl for sure. I literally have been in hibernation mode like this entire weekend. I have been sleeping, like literally sleeping. Here, Bubby. Here, Mama. Whew. Yum, yum. I had chicken, a bag of chicken in the freezer, and so I pulled those out. It was just in a lunch baggie, and I had some other thighs in the freezer too, so I pulled all those out. And when I pulled this bag out, I realized it was pieces that I pull off of like chicken that I'm preparing, and I save it for the dogs. And when I get enough of it, I boil it up in a pan, and that's what I did tonight. And then I used the broth from the chicken that I boiled and made some brown rice for them. And then I just put it in with some crunchies. They love it. And mixed it with some olive oil too. Oh, there was another ingredient that I just remembered that I added to the marinade, and that is, I'm trying to figure out how to change the screen. I can't flip the screen to me. And that is like a pear cinnamon jam or jelly spread that I had that we used on my birthday charcuterie board. So I emptied that jar and I was like, what the heck, I'm just winging it right now. So I threw that in the marinade also. It was so little, it was like maybe a tablespoon. And so that'll add a little bit of sweetness to it, but I'm sure it's nothing. It's nothing. Because Moroccan cuisine, they often add sweet stuff to their tagines. Like they like to use orange and peach like spreads, like marmalades or whatever, some thick jams. They like to use those flavors in their tagines. And they like to also like rehydrate dried fruits like prunes and raisins and apricots, plums, stuff like that. Is it still going? It is. I was just checking. So they like to rehydrate that kind of thing, those kind of fruits, and introduce those into the tagine while the tagine's cooking also. So I figured that little bit of jam that I added to the marinade would not hurt. It could only add to the flavor. So anyway, that's what I did. And I'm soaking some rice, long grain basmati, and I'm going to attempt to make tagine, which is a Persian rice, a Persian saffron rice, and I do have some strings, some little saffron strings that I got from Amazon in a little jar. The only thing that I'm missing tonight for the tagine is the marinated lemons. The what do they call them? Basically, they're lemons that have been salted thoroughly. They like chop the lemon into, like, they cut open the lemon into quarters, but they don't cut the whole thing apart. They just like cut across it, like cut across in the lemon, and they stick salt down inside the lemon, get it all up in there. And I guess they're just called preserved lemons because the salt preserves them. And then they just cover it in water and they can it. Anyway, so I actually attempted to make some of those a really, really long time ago, back when I still lived with Lorenzo at the house. But I think I ended up throwing them away. I never used them. They didn't look good to me, like the ones in the jars that you buy. So I just tossed it. But I wasn't brave enough to use it. Plus, I wasn't in the mood. I was in the mood to make a tagine when I made those lemons, but not in the mood to make a tagine when it came time to use the lemons, if you know what I mean. And I didn't bring them with me when I moved. I just tossed them. But I digress. I bought some. They should be here tomorrow. And if this turns out really good tonight, then what the heck, I just might make another one tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow too. Make enough to feed me for the week so I don't have to go out to eat. I think maybe the goal for tonight's chicken is to just get a good like grill on it, like get a good flavor on it, and a good sear, and use that for like pita sandwiches, because last week I made pita sandwiches and I really, really enjoyed them. And so I usually I ate those like breakfast, like before I went into work last week. So I'm thinking that's what I'll do this week too. Maybe that's what the goal for this chicken will be. And then tomorrow I'll make the real tagine. But anyway, tonight I'm making some tagine, which is just Persian rice, flavored with saffron. And you can flavor it with other things. You can add turmeric to it, and but basically it's like a saffron butter rice, and the bottom of it is crispy, and that's what tagine means, crispy rice or something like that. So apparently it's like the best part of the rice dish, and like Persians, when they get together, they fight over the tagine, the crispy part. So anyway, I'm gonna make it. I've had it before, and I want to have some with this chicken that I'm making. So I'm gonna make that. And then tomorrow, yeah, here's the plan. So tomorrow I'll make the real tagine, and I'll make the couscous to go with it, because I have couscous, and I'm excited to make some couscous. So I went to the store and bought all the ingredients to make couscous, but I've basically been hibernating all weekend, like literally all night I will sleep, I mean, I'm up every few hours, and like I get up and I take the dogs out, and then, I mean, look at this sofa. It's so comfortable. How could you not want to sleep on it? I just Febrezed it, so I kicked the puppy dogs off and sprayed Febreze all over it. And Jackson's so stinky; he needs a bath. I washed there's blankets that I just lay over this portion of the sofa that I'm sitting on, and so they're like 2 little fleece throw blankets. I wash those like once a week, and put it over these portions that I'm sitting on right here. Because look at them babies. Look at them. They love, this is their spot. This is where they sleep. So their blankets are washing right now. And I just Febreze to the sofa. So it's just so freaking comfy. This is the problem. Hear me out. And Vicky, when you get here, you'll understand too. I don't know what it is about this sofa, but it is so damn comfortable. Like, the second I sit down and like, I don't even have to be comfortable in a comfortable spot. I could, like, my legs could be hanging. They could be like resting on the table there, on the bar or whatever of the table. And I could like totally just be passed the F out. I will pass out. I don't even have to be laying on the pillows or be like really comfortable under the blanket or anything. I just pass out. Like, the second I sit down and like get comfortable with like a TV show on or something. YouTube is typically what I watch. I need to cancel all these other things that I'm paying for, because I don't even watch them. I don't even watch Hulu. I watch your Netflix a lot more than I watch the Hulu. And I barely watched the Disney one. So I think I'm going to cancel those really soon. But I digress. The sofa's super freaking comfortable. So all weekend, I've literally just been hibernating. Really. Like yesterday too, could not bring myself to get up all day long. I think I finally got up at like 4:30. Still didn't want to. We just be snuggling so good together, huh, Bubby? Huh? Yeah. It's just something about this sofa makes me just want to sleep all day. I'm so unmotivated. I got so much stuff to do. Like these damn fly tapes that are hanging from the ceiling. They need to be replaced. I just stare at them every weekend. Every day off that I have, I just stare at them. Because I don't feel like doing it. I gotta vacuum the floor. I just gotta pick up, like, that chair is full of, like, clothes that need to be hung. That bucket needs to be put somewhere. I mean, I have so much stuff. Like, the countertop is packed full of things. Food projects. Stuff that I just haven't gotten to. That I should have gotten to, but didn't. Because all I wanted to do was hibernate. I just nap a lot. I like to nap. Anyway, I'm going to let you go because I'm rambling now. All right. Well, I will take you along and come back and show you what the tzatziki looks like. And I'll show you how the chicken turned out. I'm sure it's all going to be just delicious. So I am cooking up some onions, some garlic, just getting a light saute on them. And I've got the chicken ready to be cooked. It's all marinated long enough. I think it's probably been a few hours in the fridge, 2-3 at least. Got some chicken broth here. The tzatziki is in this little pot, cooking, steaming away, and I have some saffron water steeping over there. I used some of it in the tzatziki, and just cooking up these onions. They're gonna cook the rest of the way with the chicken and the broth. I'm not gonna put coconut oil in this. I mean, coconut milk. I'm not gonna use the coconut milk. Like I said, I might do. I'm not. I have some garlic naan here. I figured I'd go ahead and heat some of that up in the oven. And I'm going to be grubbing here in a little while. Alright, I think the chicken is ready to go in. Chicken and everything. Ooh. Let me get a nice sear. On these. They're gonna cook in broth anyway for a while, so. All right. So the chicken's cooking. I had a jar of roasted red bell peppers and went ahead and used the rest of what was in there. It was like 1.5 peppers. And just threw them in, and then I also had some green onions that I had chopped in the fridge and don't want those to go bad, so I used some of those also. Went ahead and just threw them in. And now I'm just gonna let this cook. I'll let it reduce for a little while, and then I'm gonna finish it off in the oven, and I'll cook the naan. I have some naan ready to go with some butter on it. So Tagine has 11 minutes to go, and it's steaming away, so we are almost ready to eat. It's gonna be so delicious. Well, it was a good thing that I didn't sit down, because I was going to. I started to smell burnt smell, and figured it was the rice, and I was right. I kind of burnt my pot holder by setting the super hot pan on it, but I had to get it off of the stove. Anyway, the rice is, the Tagine didn't turn out because I burnt it, and then I poured some more water, just a little bit, which I probably should not have done, because now all of this rice is all cakey and caked on the bottom of this pan. Anyway, and it's like super like moist. It's not like individual grains of rice. So the top portion is good, like it's supposed to be, but the part that was at the bottom is very dense, and it kind of has a burnt smell to it, but it's very light, so I'm not wasting this rice. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna taste this bite. Yep. It tastes burnt. That sucks. Oh well, I'm still gonna eat it. It's just a little roasty. It's a little roasty. And now my camera's all foggy. Anyway, This I'm letting cook down a little bit longer, and then I'm going to stick it in the oven to brown the top of the chicken. And I'll cook my naan, and then I'll be eating. I made a gravy out of the sauce that was left over. Just put a little bit of flour, like 1/8 of a cup of flour in there. And I took out all the chicken and the peppers. And I actually took out a potato, peeled it, and threw that in underneath the chicken as it cooked in the oven. And it probably baked at 400 for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, not even that long, 15 minutes. And the naan is ready, and here it is. This is my meal. So I'm gonna go sit down and eat this, and then I'll pack it up after I've crashed, probably, because that's what I do. I eat and then I crash.
So I give it a few shakes.